spiritual energy revival. Ferocious beasts roam freely. Chu Mo has traveled through time, awakening, gathering skill, talent, collecting superior time talents, can speed up and slow down time, collect the bloodline of the great sun golden crow, can transform the body into the sun, scorching everything under the sun, harvesting knife skill talent, can comprehend the essence of the sword, push everything aside, on the journey of collection, and knowingly, Chu Mo even captured the heart of the Empress of the 10,000 races. Chu Mo, what do I need this for? Chapter 1. Collecting ferocious beasts. I actually travel through time. In a cluttered room, Chu Mo absorbed the memories in his mind. He is not a person from this world, but rather from Earth. 2050 year, meteorite impact on Earth. At the same time, an unknown virus spread, causing the majority of people worldwide to be infected, become a zombie, the civilization that humanity takes pride in, collapsing in an instant. Zombies are rampant, orderly destruction. Chu Mo, it is the 5th year of the zombie outbreak, fell during a zombie outbreak. The last moment before death, the overwhelming tide of zombies surged forward, the scene of biting his body, still clearly visible. He could even clearly remember, as the zombie gnawed at his flesh, the pain of muscles being torn away. Fortunately, I am still alive. Lower your head. Looking at this body, Chu Mo felt genuinely delighted. Through memory, I learned. This is a boy with the same name and surname as him. However, this world, but far larger than the zombie outbreak on Earth, more dangerous. Blue Star Era 2200. Many spatial rifts have appeared around the world. Countless powerful beasts emerged from within. Facing these strange beasts, humanity plans to use nuclear bombs, but discovered a mysterious substance in the air. They can damage electronic devices, powerful strategic weapons. Unable to exert effect, humanity can only rely on the most basic weapons. Resist. But how can this be a match for the otherworldly beast? Powerful beasts can burn mountains and boil seas. The body is incredibly hard. The bullets don't have any effect at all. In an instant, countless human cities have been washed in blood. However, as time goes by, some humans discover themselves, can absorb mysterious substances floating in the air, thus transforming oneself, gaining extraordinary power. Such a discovery, instantly it made humanity ecstatic. After relentless research by human scientists, they ultimately transformed this mysterious substance. Research thoroughly, and it was named Yuanqi. Absorb vitality. It allows humans to break through the limitations of their physical bodies, mastering extraordinary powers, and such a person, called a warrior. It's just that. Not everyone can absorb the vital energy. I want to embark on the path of a warrior. One must possess talent. The higher the talent, the upper limit and prerequisites for future growth, the higher it goes. But without talent, throughout one's life, can only become an ordinary person. Even so, relying on the gifts awakened in a few individuals, humanity is gradually growing up, fighting against the ferocious beast, and in the wasteland, established survival bases one after another. It truly is an unfortunate situation. A fortunate world, Chu Mo whispered. In his world, facing the zombie outbreak, humans have not awakened any unusual abilities. Facing the terrifying zombies, the power of an individual is extremely limited. In comparison, this world is much luckier. It's just that. This body, there is no talent at all. Chu Mo lowered his head, looking at the difficult hands of the play. A serious expression appeared on his face. The era of rampaging beasts. Crisis lurks everywhere. Humanity can only survive by relying on warriors. Even possessing the most humble talent, you can also embark on the path of a warrior. But I have no talent. In such an era, without a doubt, not even qualified to survive, but the original owner. It's precisely because I know myself no talent for cultivation. Thus, giving up on oneself finally met their end. Chu Mo was able to take over the body. Click. In Chu Mo's heart, reflecting on the memories. Suddenly, the sound of the door opening echoed. Then a shadowy figure pushed the door open and entered. He is probably 17 or 18 years old, tall and slender, exquisitely beautiful, long black hair cascading down. She has grown into a graceful beauty. However, the only drawback is it has a somewhat light and cheerful temperament. Seeing Chu Mo, she just said it. I'm back. Then he put down what he had in hand, put it on the table. Then he returned to his own room. During this time, did not say anything else to Chu Mo, not even a glance at him. Looking at the tightly closed door, Chu Mo felt a bit uneasy, but immediately in my mind, a wave of memories suddenly surged forth. Chen Ziwei. She is the daughter of the friends of the original owner, Chu Mo's parents. Both families are dancers. A deep bond was formed due to a moment of dampness, thus maintaining the friendship. The relationship is so good that, at that time, Chu Mo and Chen Ziwei, when they were just 2 or 3 years old, the engagement was arranged. Just 2 years ago, Chen Ziwei's parents invite the original owner's parents to go on an adventure, but both ended up falling. Such a huge blow. Suddenly, the original owner found it hard to accept that I always believed it is Chen Ziwei's parents. Killed her parents, even grew to harbor resentment towards Chen Ziwei. Such hatred, when you think about it, it seems somewhat random. Moreover, in the memories that Chu Mo obtained, since both families' parents have fallen, Chen Ziwei takes care of Chu Mo. They even moved into the Chu Mo family's house. Take care of her daily needs. The more crucial point is, when Chu Mo was tested and found to have no cultivation talent, Chen Ziwei possesses exceptional dancing talent. Still haven't given up, even to allow Chu Mo to possess the talent for cultivation, repeatedly risking great danger, launch an attack to hunt the fierce beasts. I hope to find a way for Chu Mo to change his talent. Every time she comes back, they would bring back the flesh of the ferocious beasts hunted with great difficulty. Let Chu Mo eat it. I hope to subtly improve her physical condition, even if in the end there is still no way to cultivate. At the very least, it should be better than an ordinary person's strength. But unfortunately, the owner has always been ungrateful, even scolding Chen Ziwei multiple times to her face, calling her a beast that killed her parents, harbored deep hatred towards it. This also led to the two living together. However, there has been no substantial progress. The relationship has become even more strained, truly unaware of the blessings one possesses. Recalling the complete memory, Chu Mo felt a deep sense of emotion. She comes from the apocalyptic wasteland of the future, naturally understood. In such an environment, the meaning represented by not leaving, not abandoning is profoundly significant. Especially Chen Ziwei is not only unmatched in beauty, his innate talent for cultivation is exceptional, almost worlds apart from the garden owner. Of course, as an observer, she is not qualified to comment on others' lives. However, since I have taken over your body, so from now on, I am Chu Mo. I will replace you. Live well, she silently thought to herself, despite this body having no cultivation talent. But life must go on. Anyway, to live once more. It's still good. Chu Mo felt a bit hungry, so I planned to cook some food. Just as her gaze swept across the table, when Chen Ziwei brought back the corpse of the fierce beast, but suddenly stopped in surprise. The pupils in his eyes contracted sharply. Under her gaze, before me lay the corpse of a fierce beast. Suddenly, there was a line of illusory writing. Bull, intermediate level fierce beast, Zidian Dio, can be collected. Conducting the collection. Second sheet. Absorb lightning attribute, talent. 3,000 gens of strength. This is golden finger. Or maybe it's my hidden talent. Looking at the layer of illusory words before me, Chu Mo did not panic, but calmly analyzing, struggling for 5 years in the apocalypse, having gone through experiences like time travel and rebirth again. She had long developed the habit of, the mindset of the wise is to embrace the spirit. The markings appeared on this ferocious beast. Why had I not seen this in Chen Zhui before? Could it be effective against the ferocious beasts? She looked at the corpse of the purple lightning eagle in front of her. A calm gaze. Do you really? Only corpses can be collected. The information currently known is too limited. Chu Mo still cannot draw a definite conclusion. But no matter what, the emergence of this talent or special ability, it's always a good thing. Chu Mo still planned to conduct an experiment. Thinking of this face, she directly approached the Xidian Dio. Reach out your hand, facing the corpse of this ferocious beast. Nene, collecting. In the moment the voice fell silent. You can see Chu Mo's hand. Suddenly, a hand formed from a burst of golden light appeared. He reached for the corpse of the Xidian Dio. When I return again, in the golden hands, it's already too much. A purple circular arc. Collection successful. Obtained a secondary lightning attribute talent. May I ask if it is integrated? It turns out to be a lightning attribute talent. Chu Mo immediately showed a look of surprise. Since humanity discovered can absorb the vital energy of heaven and earth after transforming oneself, after so many years of exploration and development, a complete system has long been established. Generally speaking, the physique that dancers can awaken, it has no properties at all. It's just basic weakness. Inferior, mid-him, Bao Dan, besides physical constitution, still have talent. Talent is not just about having it. Can awaken talent. Will enhance the dancer's strength, compared to dancers of the same realm with only physical prowess. Even more powerful. Currently, Chu Mo has collected inferior thunder element talent. To make it possible, he possesses the ability to control the power of lightning. Fusion. Without any hesitation, Chu Mo directly chose to merge. Rumbling, like a bolt from the blue, a flash of lightning. Suddenly, a loud roar echoed from within. It quickly spread throughout the body. Wherever I go, the muscles and bones echoed in response. It feels as if it has been shattered and reassembled. Endless pain, washing away the worries in my heart. But Chu Mo gritted his teeth and persevered. Not a word. Fortunately, this pain comes quickly. He left quickly. A moment later, all the pain crashes down like a tidal wave, replaced by, it's a feeling of ease. Cardiac region. It emitted a rumbling sound like a ribcage cracking. Every heartbeat can all produce a tremendous surge of vital energy, surging to every limb and nerve. Meanwhile, the appearance of the skin. There appeared delicate purple arcs of electricity, wandering throughout the body. After a full moment, all the anomalies. This is when everything finally came to a stop. Chu Mo, who ends it all. Immediately stretch out your palm. A thought crossed my mind. A purple arc of electricity appeared on the palm. It has become. Chu Mo's face was drenched in sweat, but it couldn't hide the joy in their heart. Let me see how strong I am now. After merging with the lightning attribute talent, Chu Mo could feel self-ability. A tremendous change has already occurred, so they couldn't wait to experience it. Chen Zhui is a dancer. Regular exercise is necessary. Therefore, there is a dedicated training room in the house. In the training room, all that can be seen here, aside from some training equipment, there is also a power testing machine. It resembles a stone tablet, about 2 meters tall. At the top, there is a digital display screen. This is not an electronic device, but rather machines powered by the force. The value is very high. Generally speaking, only powerful dancers can afford it. Chen Zhui had great talent, chosen by the academy. Thus, a private one was specially allocated for her use. At this moment, on the strength testing machine, there still remains a line of numbers above, 8,365 pounds. This power testing machine is of the initial level, maximum limit value. It is an average of 10,000 jins for entering and exiting the dancer's realm. Chen Zui can actually lift over 8,000 jin. It seems that the realm of the dancer is not far away now. Seeing this number, Chu Mo's gaze calmed down. No wonder Chen Zui was noticed by the school, regarded as a dance genius. Dancers are divided into disciples. Dancer, dance master, the realm of the Grand Master, can reach the dancer realm before turning 20. He was already exceptionally talented. Chen Zui is only 17 years old. It was about to touch the dancer's threshold. It can be said that the talent is extraordinary. I wonder how many kilograms of strength I can exert. Chu Mo thought, unintentionally took a deep breath, then clenched his fist. Suddenly charged toward the machine in front. Boo! Accompanied by a slight tremor. Suddenly, a light illuminated the machine. A line of numbers appeared. 1527 jin. Seeing this number, Chu Mo's face revealed a hint of surprise. This is just the beginning of awakening my talent. Just relying on the physical body has already given such strength. It can be described as terrifying. Next, try the effects enhanced by the thunder attribute. Chu Mo's gaze softened, silently summoned the power of lightning within, then raised his fist again, struck hard, and, accompanied by fists, surrounded by a layer of purple arcs, slammed hard against the machine. In an instant, the machine shook violently. The original numbers are also continuously skyrocketing. It quickly surpassed the 3,000 mark. Then it completely froze. 3,089 jin. Seeing this layer of numbers, Chu Mo's eyes lit up. 3,000 jin. This is already the strength of a mid-stage fifth realm. The lightning attribute talent is indeed terrifying. Just awakened and already reached 1,500 jin. And after using the power of lightning, it has nearly doubled. This is just a second-rate talent. If we could gather the inferior, even above average talent, what kind of strength will it possess? Chu Mo clenched his fists. There is some anticipation in my heart. Thinking of this, he suddenly recalled the corpse of the purple lightning eagle on the table. Let's see if we can continue collecting. Stepping out of the training room, Chu Mo approached the corpse of the Xidian Dio. Once again, I extend my palm, silently reciting, gathering, as the golden hand reappears, fishing on the corpse. Then she picked up a small red bead. Collection successful. Obtain Chapter 3. Beast Essence Blood. Duan Tai Fa. Obtain the essence of the Xidian Dio Ferocious Beast. Beast's Blood. Seeing this, Chu Mo's eyes suddenly became calm. Warrior training. In addition to the method of absorbing vital energy that everyone masters, there are still other auxiliary methods available. The blood of the ferocious beast is one of them. The blood of the fierce beast contains powerful energy. When practicing the broken body technique, can consume the blood of ferocious beasts. It can speed up the body's tempering process. Is the blood of ferocious beasts. It is the essence of the fierce beast condensed into one. Its effect is far more powerful than that of the beast's blood. But the blood of fierce beasts is not easy to congeal. Only the 5 Grand Masters can wield it. Thus, the appearance of each beast's blood will cause a frenzy of looting. Through the original owner's memories, I learned that. Now he is at the Liang base. 3 months ago, a 3rd-level beast's blood had appeared. The result caused a stir throughout the entire base. Almost all of the prominent families have intervened in the competition, eventually dispatched an astronomical number. It sparked a heated discussion. And now, such a treasure is in the hands of Chu Mo. Certainly, the blood of the ferocious beast in his hands. It is merely the blood of a low-level ferocious beast, but for him at the moment, it is indeed the most suitable. It's quite a significant gain. Chu Mo found a bottle. Pack it up. Then, filled with anticipation, they planned to continue collecting. But just at that moment, he discovered the collection technique actually has no effect at all. The target resource is depleted, unable to collect. Meanwhile, some information also surfaced in my mind. It is about the usage methods of the gathering technique. The collection technique can only be applied to corpses. Whether it is a human or a corpse, it's still the corpse of a fierce beast. Everyone can. The collected varieties, it's also a mixed bag. The martial arts skills possessed by the corpse in life, talent, physical constitution, even blood essence, and so on. Everyone has a chance to obtain it. Each time a target is chosen, can be collected without any limit on the number of times, until it is completely gathered. If you want to change your target, it requires a month of cooling time. I see. Understood. Chu Mo finally let go of his worries. At this moment, I felt a bit hungry, so he casually took some ingredients, preparing to go to the kitchen to cook. In the room, Chen Ziwei is currently demonstrating one strange move after another. But this kind of action is the powerful dancer of all humanity. After numerous attempts, the best method for achieving a solid conclusion. There are a total of 21 movements, as long as everything is fully unleashed. It allows the body to absorb the external essence of heaven and earth, achieving a crisp texture. Soon, Chen Ziwei completed a set of break body technique. Feeling the surging vitality within, he couldn't help but sigh. I am still not strong enough. Is this all your strength? It's impossible to win the next academy hunt. Hunting the two-headed python, double-headed python. It is a secondary level fierce beast. Only a dancer can rival it. Chen Ziwei wanted to hunt because it is said to hear the courage of the two-headed python has the effect of enhancing physical fitness. He wanted to give it to Chu Mo to swallow, to improve physical condition. Otherwise, if this continues like this, Chu Mo is about to be expelled from the academy. Thinking this way, Chen Ziwei clenched his fist in silence. It has been dark for 10 days. Chen Ziwei temporarily set aside the heaviness in his heart. I plan to go cook. Chu Mo was devastated by the death of his parents. Additionally, no cultivation talent was detected. Complete self-destruction. Therefore, after he moved here, every day it's him who cooks. Take care of Chu Mo. But the other party did not appreciate it. Every time he thinks of Chu Mo's icy attitude towards him, Chen Ziwei sighed again. Stepping out of the door, Chen Ziwei was just about to cook. Suddenly, a fragrant aroma of food wafted through the air, walked into the living room. But the table was already full of food, a feast for the senses. It made him a bit eager. It's out. Quickly wash your hands and sit down. Getting ready to eat. The last soup. It will be ready soon. In the open kitchen, Chu Mo heard a noise. He turned back and said, "This scene, let the elegant and aloof Chen Ziwei." A hint of malice appeared on his face. It was you who did it. Wait a moment. He still opened his mouth to ask. It's not me. Who else could it be? Chu Mo smiled. Speaking of which, ladled the prepared soup into a bowl. Then it was served on the table. Let's get started. Chu Mo greeted. Chen Ziwei's expression was complicated, looking at Chu Mo who is serving the rice. There are countless words in my heart, constantly rolling, silently sitting at the table, watching Chu Mo serve the prepared meal, put in front of him. I originally wanted to say something, but he opened his mouth. In the end, nothing was said. Silently eating. Neither of them spoke. In the entire living room, a moment of silence. A moment later, Chu Mo put down the bowl. I have finished eating. You wash the bowl later. Finished speaking. He walked directly towards his room. Chen Ziwei was filled with astonishment, watching Chu Mo leave, until he walked into the house and closed the door. Words I want to say in my heart. It wasn't said out loud. He could hardly believe himself. Everything seen here for 2 years. Chu Mo was always immersed in one's own world. No matter what he does, will not clarify at all. Making a meal like this right now. It is a truly unique occurrence. It truly feels like a dream. He murmured, turn around, looking at the table full of dishes. On the cold, delicate face, suddenly a hint appeared, a barely perceptible emotion. But I would rather never wake up for a lifetime. Inside the house, Chu Mo let out a sigh of relief. He knows he is doing this. Will leave Chen Zui puzzled, but he had no intention of explaining. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. It's not a one-day cold. The original master for 2 years. Continuously hurting Chen Zui's heart. I'm afraid the other party is about to lose hope. At this moment, an explanation. It has no meaning. Only through practical actions. Make your own change. Of course. Most important, still improving one's own strength. Cast aside all distractions. Chu Mo took a deep breath. Take out the blood of the Xidian Dio, fierce beast. Took a deep breath. Next moment, a violent and powerful force immediately spread throughout the body. Chu Mo did not hesitate at all. Directly apply the disconnection technique. Absorb the energy contained in the essence blood, refining one's body. 1 month later, Bum, Chu Mo Yun wields the power of thunder and lightning. Then he suddenly slammed his fist down on the strength tester, shaking violently. Then a clear number appeared. 2134 Jin. Not bad. Seeing this number, Chu Mo nodded in satisfaction. Over the past month, Chu Mo did nothing but eat and sleep. He has been diligently working hard and practicing tirelessly, although it is a lower-tier thunder attribute. The cultivation talent is very strong, but he also understands. Once again, waiting for the improvement of my talent. Also possesses a higher cultivation talent, and those gifted prodigies who possess these talents, its rate of progress. It is something he can hardly imagine from afar. Thus, he can only keep trying harder. A month of emotional training, enhancement from the blood of the fierce beast, made it possible for him within just a month, gained over 600 pounds of strength. If fortune has the power of thunder and lightning, doubled, breaking through the 4,000-pound barrier, without a doubt. Such a growth rate is extremely encouraging. Actually, logically speaking, the growth rate of Chu Mo's strength, it shouldn't be so fast. The reason for this, it is precisely because of the essence blood of the fierce beast, the essence of the purple lightning eagle, just brought it to Chu Mo, at least 400 pounds of power enhancement. If there were a continuous supply of fierce beast essence blood, I can ensure that within 6 months. Entering the realm of warriors, Chu Mo whispered softly, calculate the days. It has been exactly a month. The second collection can be conducted. So Chu Mo took a break, took a shower, planning to go out to the street. This time, he wants to go outside. Select a better collection target. Let your own strength achieve faster growth. Chapter 4. Third level ferocious beast, dragon beast, medium cultivation physique. On the street, people are coming. It's quite lively. Among the passers-by, except for most ordinary people, it is the rare few that emanate. Warrior with a powerful aura, Chu Mo's footsteps did not stop. Soon arrived in a commercial street. Level 1 inferior beast, career bug. There is one last one. Level 1 elite beast, chasing wind wolf. Just 3 million. Bronze level weapon. Sold it cheaply. The vendors on both sides of the street are shouting their wares. The noise is deafening. Since the great transformation of heaven and earth, humans rely on warriors to establish bases. The warriors became mainstream of society. This gave rise to many industries related to martial arts, such as in the commercial street. Items for sale. All are related to fierce beasts. All the way here, Chu Mo's eyes, constantly scanning the surrounding vendors. the corpses of ferocious beasts for sale. But unfortunately, most of them are first-level ferocious beasts. The best one, it's just a second-tier low-level fierce beast, equivalent to the strength of a beginner warrior, is collection number 1 month. You can only choose one target, and this time his goal is, I want to acquire a higher level talent or constitution to enhance the speed of cultivation. Therefore, try to choose as much as possible. The corpse of a powerful beast, although powerful, does not represent talent, or the physique is just strong, but at least it can surpass the weaker beasts. The probability of having great talent, it needs to be much bigger. Just took a stroll. Chu Mo didn't see either the bodies of more powerful beasts. This made him feel a bit regretful. Originally planned to settle for second best, choose that second-level ferocious beast. Little did they know at that moment. Suddenly, a startled cry came from not far away. The Wind Chaser squad has returned. They slaughtered a beast. Powerful Tier 3 monster. A startled cry echoed. Moment, a commotion erupted throughout the entire street. Wind Chaser Hunter squad. Unexpectedly, they even killed a Tier 3 ferocious beast. This is quite rare. Take a look at the past. In an instant, many people gathered around, planning to watch. Look at the Wind Chaser squad and the third-level ferocious beasts they killed on the street. Chu Mo listened, also taken aback. The reputation of the Wind Chaser Hunter squad. He has also heard about it. It is like the Yan base, a very powerful team. The captain's name is Chasing Wind. It is said that he awakened a medium wind system talent. Now it has reached the realm of the samurai, and under his command, gathering more than 10 late-stage martial artists. Even the teammates from the early days of the samurai. Inside the base, it can be considered a relatively powerful force. Of course, Chu Mo was more concerned about. It was still the third-level fierce beast they hunted. 3-level monster. It has already surpassed the realm of human warriors. Surely possesses an incredibly strong talent. Let's take a look back. Chu Mo immediately made up his mind. So I followed the flow of people and moved closer. Soon we arrived at the street corner. Then I saw the crowd surging here. Windchaser Hunter Squad, renowned at the Ruyang base. Many people regard them as idols. At this moment, everyone has gathered around. On one hand, I want to admire the charisma of these team members. On the other hand, I also want to see, what does a Tier 3 beast look like? As Chu Mo just squeezed into the crowd, just listen to the rising and falling sounds of exclamations. It's all Earth Dragon beasts. Isn't that the beast that has been rampaging north of the base? It is said that they have already reached the 3rd tier of the middle ranks. Many warriors once fell victim to treachery. Even martial artists have been swallowed by him. The Wind Chaser squad was actually able to hunt him down. Captain Chasing Wind wants to come. It should be in the mid-samurai period by now. It's truly terrifying. Chu Mo looked over. Then I saw more than a dozen warriors standing on the street, emitting a powerful aura. One of the warriors spoke. Our Wind Chaser squad is powerful. Captain Chasing Wind, already at the mid-level of a martial artist, can hunt level 3 ferocious beasts. Now recruiting team members. Requires strength above the late stage of a warrior. If there are attribute talents, can be lowered to the early stage of a warrior. Treatment. Chu Mo didn't pay attention to what he said, but instead looked ahead of them. A giant beast corpse was placed on the ground. It looks a bit like a pangolin, but its size is quite large. It was at least 5 zhang long. The fangs in its mouth are extremely sharp, glimmering with a cold light, even if they are already dead. Still carrying a heavy pressure, standing in front, it makes one feel suffocated. Chu Mo noticed. Someone is carefully touching the corpse of the Earth Dragon beast. So he squeezed over as well. Take advantage of someone's inattention. Secretly touch the body. pretending to be curious. Goal: Tier 3 Intermediate Beast, Earth Dragon Beast. Collectible: May I ask if you are collecting? Information appears before my eyes. Chu Mo did not hesitate at all, silently reciting in my heart, collecting. Collection successful. Gained a moderate cultivation physique. Are you asking if it is integrated? In hand, looking at the prompt. Chu Mo suddenly showed a glimmer of surprise in his eyes. Did not merge immediately. Instead, they hid their true nature with a simple gesture, then quietly retreated without a sound. Although we can continue to collect. But Chu Mo was afraid to collect the essence blood of this earth dragon beast, causing the Wind Chaser squad to discover anomalies. Therefore, they promptly held back. Anyway, what I needed the most is already in hand. There is no need to be greedy and take risks. This action was extremely swift. It adds up to no more than 3 seconds. Moreover, Chu Mo's actions were extremely discreet. Therefore, no one noticed his abnormality. Leave the crowd. You can still hear the member of the Wind Chaser squad recruiting people. At this moment, Chu Mo, yet they were already on their way home, locking myself inside the house when I get home. Chu Mo took out the collected physique. A smile of uncontrollable joy appeared on his face. Medium cultivation physique. This is a white spherical ball, about the size of a glass bead. It contains extremely profound rules. Took a careful look, then silently recited. Fusion. As the voice fell silent, Ush, a surge of violent, mysterious energy rushed into the body, in the midst of rampant devastation among limbs and bodies. Under such power, Chu Mo could feel his bones being continuously shattered within. Reorganization, shattered, such a cycle. Intense pain, once again surfacing in my heart. Fortunately, he was already prepared, therefore gritting his teeth. Without a word, a few seconds later, the pain fades away. Chu Mo was drenched in sweat, breathing heavily. With the experience from last time, he understands now. This is the result of the fusion. Let's see what effect the newly acquired medium cultivation talent has. Chu Mo took a break for a while, then stood up, performing the 21-step break body technique. A quarter of an hour later, a method of disconnection, fully unleashed. The next moment, a powerful warm current flowing into the body from all corners of heaven and earth. Then it slowly flowed into the limbs and 100 vessels, tempering his body. This warm current, compared to when he trained with his lightning attribute talent, at least a tenfold increase. The medium cultivation physique is indeed powerful. Show it once. It's more than 10 times what you and I practiced before. If this continues like this, even without the blessing of the beast's blood, I can also reach the warrior realm within 6 months. If there is the enhancement of the blood of a ferocious beast, I can ensure it within 3 months. Entering the warrior realm, feeling this speed of cultivation, Chu Mo revealed a faint smile. Chapter 5. Hunting Trial, Rise of Murderous Intent. Inside the training room, Chu Mo was sweating profusely. Fists kept striking the machine, causing the power testing machine to shake violently. Flashing numbers appeared one after another. 3,289, 3,321, 3,275, 3,306. Bum. Chu Mo's final punch. The power of thunder and lightning governs fate. A loud crash landed on the machine. The numbers pulse again and completely freeze. 667, 643. The medium-level cultivation physique is indeed powerful. In just 1 month, it just increased my strength by over 1,100 pounds, reaching the mid-stage of physical strength in martial arts. And the power of fortune and lightning. It can be compared to the later stages of the martial path. If we could obtain the assistance of the beast's blood, the improvement in strength can be even faster. Such a pace of progress. Even someone like Chen Ziwei, Even the acknowledged geniuses cannot achieve this. In other words, Chu Mo stood in place, breathing slowly and steadily, while watching the numbers on the machine. A glimmer of brightness appeared in his eyes. He can already be regarded as a genius of a lifetime, like the sun at its base. Medium cultivation physique, inferior thunder attribute talent, if such news spreads, enough to allow countless major powers like Yang base extend an olive branch to him. Inside the academy, will be promoted to the elite class, cultivating with the treatment of a prodigy. But I can't do this. Chu Mo shook his head. I had not detected any talent before. Is universally recognized as an ordinary person. If I were to reveal my gifted physique at this moment, it is likely to provoke malicious probing, even speculation. Survived for several years in the apocalypse in a past life. He understood deeply. Human nature cannot withstand any temptation, even if it exposes one's gifted abilities. It can ensure he never lacks any cultivation resources again. But he can't take that risk. Only by relying on the technique of gathering, continuously improve one's strength. Once you reach the martial master level, even at the level of a grand master, only with talent can one face any trial without fear. By that time, only then can you master your own destiny. Having more choices, thinking this way, Chu Mo felt a surge of excitement, wiped the sweat off his body, leaving the training room. From the refrigerator, take out some previously cooked meat. He began to eat directly, a full 5 pounds. He consumed it like the wind sweeping away the clouds. Cultivation consumes a lot of energy from the body. Therefore, you must eat more to replenish. And now the 5 pass. It's still not a big deal. Chu Mo heard about those martial artists. Even martial artists. A single meal requires consuming dozens of pounds of meat. Only by reaching the realm of the Grand Master, able to directly absorb the essence of heaven and earth, there's no need to rely on food to replenish nutrients. After eating, took a shower. Chu Mo changed into a new outfit. So I plan to go out. He hasn't been to the academy for 2 months. After the great transformation of the world, after the students graduated from high school, no longer study cultural knowledge, but instead enrolled in a martial arts academy. Actually, at the beginning, some scientists have suggested let children build a foundation from a young age. But later, after verification, it was found that vitality is quite mysterious. Only when I turned 15. Once the bones in the body have taken shape, only then can one detect innate talent and practice the broken body method. Otherwise, practicing forcibly at a young age, it will only damage the foundation. Serious cases. It could even lead to a reversal of the vital energy and blood flow, thus losing their life. Therefore, this was decided at high school graduation. Just started to fully teach the martial arts course. Because cultivation is a rather personal matter, therefore the management of the academy is quite lax. On ordinary days, the students are cultivating in their own homes, only when encountering doubts in martial arts. When the academy organized a hunt, only then will I arrive at the academy. This time Chu Mo went to the academy. It was because of the class he was in. Today, we will organize the hunting trial. Everyone is required to arrive. Chen Ziwei went out to buy meat. Therefore, Chu Mo didn't pay much attention. Just left a note. Please close the door. Heading towards the school. Half an hour later, Chu Mo had already arrived. At the entrance of Liang First Academy. Liang Base has several martial arts academies. And the martial arts school where students are taught to practice martial arts. Among this, the First Academy is arguably the strongest. The teaching staff is also the most robust. Chu Mo in high school. The cultural lessons were outstanding. Thus, he was promoted to the First Academy. However, the test results showed, without any cultivation, physique, or talent. Actually, someone like him Every year after entering the martial arts academy, there are many. Usually, talent and physique cannot be detected. They will be arranged at the bottom of the rankings. Studying at the Fifth Academy, but Chu Mo had Chenziwei, the protection of the genius, considerations from various aspects within the academy. In the end, they decided to keep him. It's just that way. He became the laughingstock of the entire First Academy. Every time I go to the academy, there are quite a few people mocking. I think he just a useless person living off others, not qualified to stay at the First Academy. The reason the garden owner, such hatred towards Chen Ziwei. There are also reasons related to this aspect. The owner is coming. Chen Ziwei did this. It's not about considering him at all. I just want to see him make a fool of himself. Such thoughts, in Chu Mo's view, it's really quite childish. It is the strongest academy within the lion base. Only stay here. He is the only one who can improve the cultivation system. All of this, one could say Chen Ziwei's efforts were truly heartfelt. But the gardener was lost in his own world, constantly hurting each other. Shaking his head, dispersed these thoughts. Entering the academy, find the classroom you are in. Just entered. I saw everyone gathered around someone dressed in finery, beside the young man with a proud expression, speaking with a face full of forced smiles. Ju Kai is truly not the genius of our class. In such a short time, we have already reached the peak of the mid-stage of the 5 elements. Gained 6,000 pounds of strength. Gained 600 pounds of strength in 2 months. It's really scary. It is said that this class trial is very rewarding. Not only is there the blood of a Tier 1 fierce beast, there is even a book on ordinary level martial arts techniques. If nothing unexpected happens, Ju Kai should be able to win first place in this competition, right? Wait until we receive these rewards. You can smoothly step into the later stage of the 5 paths. Maybe after coming back, can be placed in the elite class by the academy. So envious. Everyone spoke one after another. I speak a word. The words were filled with envy. Elite class. It is the genius class of the First Academy. Currently, there are only 23 people. Anyone. They are the outstanding young talents of the Ru Yang base. If I could enter the elite class, the future holds limitless possibilities. And seeing Ju Kai from the same class, it's very likely to get into the elite class. Who wouldn't envy? Who can avoid flattery? At this moment, Ju Kai, adored by the masses, listening to these words, was filled with a proud expression. At that moment, he suddenly saw Chu Mo, who had just entered. Suddenly, everything brightened before my eyes. Chu Mo, you freeloading mooch. How dare you come here? Classical Chinese. Everyone in the class instinctively turned around. A glance at Chu Mo. Chu Mo actually came too. This waste has no cultivation physique. What is he here for? This is great now. It is said that Ju Kai has liked Chen Ziwei for a long time, launched quite a few pursuit efforts, and vowed to make it theirs without fail. Chu Mo as Chen Ziwei's fiancé, a useless man living off others. If he also participates in this hunting trial, Ju Kai will definitely not give him a good outcome. Now we have a good show to watch. In the midst of everyone's words, full of gloating, as expected, Ju Kai dispersed the crowd, came before Chu Mo. The gaze was filled with disdain and contempt. I didn't expect that. You actually have the guts to participate in the hunting trial. Just right. Taking this opportunity, I solemnly tell you. He leaned closer, whispered, Aren't you relying on Chen Ziwei? Then I will do it in front of you. Let you see for yourself. Chen Ziwei cried out in agony beneath me. The voice was filled with defiance. Upon hearing this, Chu Mo's gaze suddenly became calm. A cold light flashed by. You're asking for trouble. How? Do you really want to kill me? Ju Kai seemed to have heard the biggest joke in the world. The whole person burst into laughter. Then he spoke to the classmates behind him. Look, this is helpless rage, the sadness of the weak. After speaking, he turned around. Zhu Qiang tidied up Chu Mo's collar. Slightly smiling, they said, I know you wish I would die right now. I advise you to think it over first, whether I can walk out of this trial alive. As the voice fell silent, Zhu Kai laughed as he turned around. Chapter 6. Wilderness. He wants to kill me. Chu Mo felt a heaviness in his heart. Struggling to survive for years during the apocalypse in a past life, Chu Mo had long been accustomed to slaughter and death. In that era, only yourself can be trusted. A person who is not ruthless, it's impossible to survive. It's impossible to survive. But Chu Mo could only exist as an ordinary person, struggling for years. Ultimately, he died beneath the zombie nest. It is precisely because he is cautious and careful. Once again, decisive in killing. As for Zhu Kai, first they insulted Chen Ziwei, then revealed the desire to kill him. Furthermore, this person is also a promising martial artist. If not dealt with early, it will inevitably become a great disaster sooner or later. Chu Mo may not initiate trouble, but when the moment arrived, it's about the principle of completely eliminating the root of the problem. Thinking like this in my heart, he looked at Zhu Kai with his gaze, revealed a chilling intent to kill. You want to kill me. Then I will kill you first. After waiting for a moment, the two skilled warriors' masters have already arrived, counting the number of people. After confirming that all the students in the class have arrived. No nonsense. Just let everyone get on the bus. This car is also powered by the Force. After the weather changed drastically, all electronic devices have malfunctioned. Everyday tools and vehicles used by people, all replaced with the Force or primal drive. The car is driving, heading out towards the base. Seeing the direction in which the car is heading, some students are a bit curious. Couldn't help but ask, Teacher, where are we going? Wilderness outside the base. What? Upon hearing this, all the students in the car were shocked. The wilderness outside the base is very dangerous. Everywhere there are dangerous beasts. Only warriors possess the ability to protect themselves. Out for hunting, but even so, it is also fraught with crises, and they are just a group of martial disciples. Even the vast majority are just the ex-wives of martial artists, went to the wilderness, almost equivalent to sending oneself to death. Don't worry too much. It seemed that the classmates were a bit scared. The teacher said with a smile, This time we are going to the north of the city. There was originally a Class 3 ferocious beast, the Long Beast, but recently they were hunted down by the Gale Squad. Then the base summoned over 10 hunter squads. Clean it up. Slay all beasts of level 2 and above. Opened a hunting area with a radius of 20 miles. Now that area is home to only first-level ferocious beasts, just right for the Academy's trial hunting ground. Moreover, both Teacher Lin and I will accompany the escort. There will be no uncontrollable situations. Upon hearing this, the students finally relaxed. Only a first-level ferocious beast. In addition, there are 2 mid-level warrior teachers accompanying as guards. Their safety can be greatly improved. While speaking, the car quickly left the base, after walking for a while again. Then it came to a stop. We have reached our destination. Everyone gets off the bus one by one, curiously observing the scenery in the wild. Chu Mo is the same. It's his first time in the wilderness. Looking around, but what catches the eye? It seems like a wild and desolate land. Everywhere are towering ancient tombs and tangled vines. If I hadn't just come out of the base, I thought I had entered a primeval forest. Vitality not only allows humans to master extraordinary abilities, it can even cause fierce beasts and plants to mutate and grow, just like these trees and vines. If in the past I want to grow to this scale, it will take at least hundreds to thousands of years. But under the nourishment of vitality, it only takes a few decades. And like those ferocious beasts, some emerged from the rifts in space. Some are nourished by vitality. Thus, a mutation occurs. That's why the wilderness is extremely dangerous. But at the same time, danger, often accompanied by opportunities, there are many natural treasures in the wild as well. Some, after swallowing, can enhance one's strength. Some can even awaken a person's talents. These are often quite valuable. After being brought back to the base, they can all be sold for a sky-high price. Moreover, the fierce beasts are dangerous, but the body is full of treasures. Thus, many hunting squads were formed, hunting fierce beasts in the wilderness. This hunting trial implement a scoring system. Calculate points based on the strength and level of hunting fierce beasts. The one ranked first, 3 bottles of level 2 beast blood eligible for college rewards, plus a bronze level weapon. The second place can win 2 bottles of level 2 beast blood. The third place winner will receive a bottle of level 2 beast blood. Below third place, then there will be no reward. This is a communication device. If danger occurs, crush it immediately. Teacher Lin and I would receive the news. Going to rescue. Don't think that having a communication device means you can sleep peacefully. There are countless dangers in the wild. Always remember to be cautious. All right, now everyone is entering the wilderness. This hunting trial lasts for 5 days. You can only come out after it ends. Such a reward. It cannot be said that it is not abundant, especially bronze-level weapons. This made all the students eager to compete, eager to give it a try. The first class teacher finished explaining the rules. All the students took their communication devices, eagerly entering the wilderness one by one. Ju Kai as the top of the class. He glanced back at Chu Mo. A hint of provocation flashed in his eyes. Then he held his head high, walking briskly into the wild area. For such provocation, Chu Mo remained indifferent. The complexion remained as usual. It was soon his turn. Seeing Chu Mo, the teacher's expression was complicated. It seems like they want to say something, but in the end he still sighed, said, "You don't have the physical constitution for cultivation. Once inside, I stayed in one place. I did well. Thank you, teacher, for such a kind reminder." Chu Mo said thank you. Then he took the communication device, entered the wilderness. Behind you. The teacher couldn't help but shake their head. The job here is under the good hat. After entering the dense forest, Chu Mo moved forward cautiously. He did not immediately begin hunting the beasts, but intended to seek the traces of others. To be precise, it is about searching for Ju Kai's whereabouts. This person insulted Chen Ziwei. Again, murderous intent arose within him. Chu Mo naturally had to kill it at the first opportunity, to eliminate future troubles. Unfortunately, this is the primeval jungle. Everywhere there are trees and vines, to the extent that the line of sight is also obscured. The student in front is just walked a few steps faster than him, just can't find any trace. Since we can't find it for now, then let's begin by hunting the fierce beasts for now. By the way, I'll also train my practical skills. There's still plenty of time. This place is only about 20 miles in size. Always run into. Chu Mo thought to himself. Settle down, cautiously making my way through the dense forest. Tension in the mind. Be wary of the danger that may come at any moment. The wilderness is fraught with danger. There can be no room for negligence or carelessness. He possesses a lightning attribute talent, power of slaughter. It can be said to be among the top of many talents, but in the end it's just second rate, not quite invincible yet. Of course, we must be cautious and vigilant. Keep moving forward. About half an hour later, Momo's gaze calmed down. Memories of what was learned in the academy emerged in my mind. Catalogue of Common Beasts of Prey, Chapter 7, Furious Giant Bear, Garden Maple Leaves, The structure of the wolf and the dog is the same. There has always been a saying about having a copper head, iron bones, and a tofu waist. And the iron spine dog, as the name suggests, his back is very strong. If you want to deal with the iron spine dog, one must guard against the opponent's pounces and bites. As long as you dodge a few attacks, the iron spine dog will lose its stamina. At that time, just an ordinary martial artist, as long as you take some precautions, can handle it all. But no need. Just as Chu Mo's gaze settled, memories of what I learned in the academy came to mind. Record of Common Beasts of Prey, Chapter 7, Furious Giant Bear, Maple Leaves in the Garden. The structure of a wolf and a dog is the same. There has always been a saying about having a bronze head, iron bones, and a tofu waist. Just an ordinary martial artist. Just a little precaution. They can handle it all. But no need. As these memories surfaced in Chu Mo's mind, the iron-spined dog suddenly leaped forward with a roar. Chu Mo's gaze became calm. The body does not dodge or avoid. He directly launched a punch. Boop! A punch was thrown straight out, wrapped in the power of thunder and lightning. It crashed down on the iron-spined dog's head. All that could be heard was the sound of bones breaking. Suddenly rang out. The iron-spined dog had already shattered its skull. The whole thing flew backward, fell to the ground. There was no more movement. Flash sale. Chu Mo's power is greater than that of a mere late-stage iron-spine hound. It's not even a rival in the same river. Chu Mo shook his head, then stepped forward slowly. Using the small knife he carried, he severed one of the forelegs of the iron-spined dog. This is proof that he has slain the iron-spine hound. Then Chu Mo took out a few small bottles from his pocket, cut open the heart of the iron-spine dog, pour the fresh blood from my heart into the bottle. Blood of the fierce beast, although it is only a low-level beast, but the blood produced from the body, for martial artists, it still has the effect of increasing strength. After handling everything, Chu Mo continued forward with the front legs and the blood of the ferocious beast. Time passes quickly, and knowingly, the sky gradually darkened. In the dense forest, Chu Mo killed the level 1 intermediate ferocious beast, silver ring vice snake, with a single punch, then wiped the blood off his face, standing in place, slowly calming my breath. After a day of slaughter, add this silver-ringed snake. Chu Mo has already slain 7 ferocious beasts. They are all of primary, middle, or lower levels. This greatly increased his combat experience. On this day of battle, it has already grown dark. It seems we need to find a safe place to rest for a while. Looked at the sky. Chu Mo whispered, "Nighttime. It is the paradise of fierce beasts. Many powerful fierce beasts will awaken. The wilderness will become even more dangerous. Matters, even those hunter squads. By evening, they will also look for a safe place to rest, waiting for dawn. And this area, although there were no powerful fierce beasts, but Chu Mo has already experienced several battles. The body feels a bit tired. Moreover, they have also obtained a significant amount of beast blood. Just the right opportunity for some exercise." Thinking like this, Chu Mo removed the silver ring covering the snake's gallbladder. Again, the blood is poured into the bottle, and then left here. Moments later, the sun has completely set. Night falls over the earth. In a large tree hollow. This is a medium-level squirrel cave. However, he was killed by Chu Mo beforehand. Now I need to find a hiding place. Naturally, I thought of this place. First, a few street traps were set up at the cave entrance. As long as someone is touched, it will issue a prompt. In the wilderness, you must be extremely vigilant. During the day, Chu Mo also saw it. Occasional communication signals appeared throughout the dense forest. It must be those students encountered unforeseen danger, although there were teachers who went to rescue. But those students, can we hold out until reinforcements arrive? Still an unknown. In other words, it's only the first day of the trial. Then there were quite a few people. May have lost their life. This has already been cleaned up. The danger in the wilderness has greatly decreased. The true wilderness. The danger is obvious. Only by working hard to improve one's own strength. One can thrive in such an era. Survive. Shake your head. Disperse these thoughts. Chu Mo arrived. Took out the collected beast blood. A bottle only halfway done. The blood of the seven-headed beast. There shouldn't be only this much. But the blood of fierce beasts used by warriors for cultivation, it is not ordinary blood, but the heart's blood of the fierce beast. This is also where the essence lies. A fierce beast. The blood in my heart. Not much nature. Chu Mo killed a total of 7 fierce beasts. This is all I've gained. About 5 minutes or so, Chu Mo estimated. Then he pulled out the cork, suddenly took a big gulp, surging energy, immediately dispersing throughout the body. Chu Mo did not dare to slack off, quickly using the broken body technique. I started working out. Nightfall, the roar of ferocious beasts echoed through the dense forest. Chu Mo was focused on refining his body, striving to enhance one's own strength. One morning, Chu Mo woke up feeling energetic. Last night, I drank a serving of beast's blood. It added a lot to him. Close to 100 jin of strength, although the effect is not particularly strong. But if one could continuously drink the blood of fierce beasts, the gains brought about are also immense. Generally speaking, after drinking the blood of a ferocious beast, an ordinary dancer, it will take at least a month to digest. During this time, if you continue to take it, it can easily lead to a disruption of the vital energy and blood. But the digestion time is also determined by talent. The stronger the innate talent, the interval time becomes shorter. With a medium cultivation physique like Chu Mo, additional inferior attributes and talents, the required digestion time is 3 days. In other words, the next dose of beast blood will be needed in 3 days. At this pace, you can take it 10 times in a month. Even the blood of a lowly beast can also gain 1,000 pounds of strength out of nowhere. Such progress. Chu Mo was very satisfied. At the same time, he also understood why dancers with high innate talent and physique will progress rapidly, but the dancer with poor innate talent, the progress is slow. It is actually due to the digestion speed of the ferocious beast's blood. Additionally, talent and physical constitution vary. The primordial energy of heaven and earth communicated through the broken body technique is also different. Back and forth. The gap during this period is not just tenfold or 100-fold. A quick wash up. Once again, I performed a set of warm-up exercises for breaking the body. Then he took out a large piece of beast meat he had cut off last night. Then we have to start roasting. Half an hour later, well fed and well watered. Take everything with you. Chu Mo continued deeper into the dense forest. Yesterday, he was wandering around the outskirts. The beasts killed were all of lower and middle rank. This is no longer difficult for him. Today, Chu Mo plans to try a first-class fierce beast. See where your limits truly lie. However, just walked away for a moment. Chu Mo vaguely heard intense sounds of battle ahead. He immediately changed his expression, moved closer, arrived at a jungle. Chu Mo glanced over. Suddenly, I spotted something about 100 meters away, an open space. A martial disciple is battling a fierce beast. The aftermath of the battle was extremely intense. Knocked down all the surrounding trees. Severed. That fierce beast was a giant bear standing 4 to 5 meters tall. Sturdy build, carrying a heavy aura of power. Every move carried a terrifying sound of slicing through the air, the mightiness of power, making it impossible for the martial artist to defend himself. Can only keep retreating. This is the rampaging bear. Chu Mo immediately recognized the origin of this ferocious beast. Furious giant bear, level 1 superior fierce beast, Incredible strength. Even martial artists find it difficult to cope. There are records of it in the academy. Wherever the ferocious giant bears roam, there must be a round spirit beehive nearby. In the round spirit hive, there are round spirit bees. This bee's strength is not worth mentioning, but it can produce round spirit bee nectar after taking the warrior's medicine, can increase the breaking speed. Even the warriors are careful when consuming the blood of fierce beasts. If we could obtain the assistance of the Yuanling honeydew, it will greatly reduce the digestion interval of the beast's blood for me. Such a good thing, not to be missed. Thinking like this, Chu Mo charged straight ahead. He was originally searching for beasts in the dense forest. Little did they know they had ventured into the territory of a ferocious giant bear. The raging giant bear is a top-tier ferocious beast. Strength on par with a late-stage martial apprentice. He is only at the mid-level of a martial artist, possessing less than 4,000 jins of strength. How to be the opponent of a fierce beast? I plan to escape right now. But who knew that the ferocious giant bear, but thought he had intruded on their territory to steal the maple leaves, unexpectedly chased after him to hit. In desperation, Wood can only fight back. The rampaging giant bear's strength is immense. He is not even a match. As soon as they clashed, they fell into a disadvantage. If this continues like this, I'm afraid it won't be long. He is about to be defeated, reduced to being food for the giant bear. As for crushing the communication device to seek help, if it were crushed, and let's not mention whether the two teachers can make it in time to rescue. After the key was crushed, this time his journey is about to come to an end. This is a great opportunity for outdoor training. Mujai really doesn't want to miss out. Thus, I have hesitated until now. At that moment, the light from the wooden corner of the eye suddenly saw a figure coming swiftly. This moment is a great joy. Classmate, quick, let's kill this ferocious giant bear together. Afterwards, we will share the night by the wind at the round table. He hasn't finished speaking yet. Just in time to see who was coming. Chu Mo, this useless person has arrived. What good is it? Still not sending to death. Wu Jai was instantly disappointed, just as he was affected by Chu Mo's arrival. When the mind is distracted, just as the furious giant bear found an opportunity, a slap was thrown. Wooden dodge is too late. Directly knocked away. The chest immediately caved in. The whole person flew out. A large amount of fresh blood fell from the sky. When it falls to the ground, but there was already no sound, and just arrived Chu Mo. Seeing this scene, unavoidably I furrowed my brow. Nai Chu, how dare you still act tough? Watch me take you down. The voice fell silent. Chu Mo took a step forward. At the same time, raise your hand and step forward. On the palm, immediately wrapped in a layer of purple lightning, wrapped in the momentum of thunder, like a mountain pressing down, threw it towards the giant bear. Ah! A fist slammed into the giant bear. Immense power. Even the giant bear couldn't help but sink into its body. At the same time, the power of raging thunder and lightning, quickly spreading over the giant bear's body, make its surface skin. Everything instantly turned pitch black. A smell of burnt flesh and blood. It suddenly came. Just one strike. Let the giant bear be injured. But at the same time, it also drove him into a frenzy. Okay, good, good. Under the roar, the giant bear completely goes berserk. Both eyes turned blood red. Completely out of my mind. Waving a giant bear paw to strike. Every time it falls, it causes the earth to tremble. Encountering such a situation, even if it's Chu Mo, dare not diminish its brilliance. Can only dodge. Counterattack while. One person, one bear. And so they fought together. Furious giant bear. It is a top-grade ferocious beast. Incredible strength. Regarding its strength, Chu Mo is no match. But the giant bear is not agile. Chu Mo could completely avoid it. Moreover, he possesses the power of thunder and lightning. On killing and warfare, can rank among the top. Therefore, the giant bear couldn't reach him at all. With each punch he threw, the power of lightning attached to it can drill into the body of the giant bear, destroying each other's bodily functions. At this moment, Chu Mo skillfully dodged. Smiling calmly, they said, "You wretched creature, struck repeatedly by my lightning powers. It has already become a strong bow without arrows. I see you. How much longer can we hold on?" As expected, a few minutes later, the breath of the rampaging giant bear began to fall continuously, quickly became dispirited, take his life while he is ill. Seeing this, Chu Mo's eyes flickered. Step forward with a direct lunge. Raise your fist. Directly smashed towards the giant bear's head. Explosion, accompanied by an astonishingly dull roar. The raging giant bear's head suffered a severe blow. Finally can't hold on any longer. With a loud crash, he fell to the ground. After a few attempts, then it fell silent. Seeing this, Chu Mo let out a long sigh. The first-class fierce beast is indeed powerful. Don't be fooled by his hunting of the ferocious giant bear. It's quite simple and easy, but in reality, just took advantage of the other party's clumsy bill. Once he is hit by the opponent, immediately it won't die but will be severely injured, without any power to fight back. It seems that way. Speed is also crucial in the battle. If one could find the wind attribute talent, make up for my shortcomings, the combat power can reach a higher level. Chu Mo took a moment to adjust himself. Then they planned to move forward to collect the spoils. However, at that moment, he suddenly showed a change in expression. Gaze forward. Far away, a figure is rushing towards us. And when it arrives, after seeing the situation in the arena, he suddenly laughed, treading through the iron and blood with no place to find. Effortlessly obtained. Chu Mo, you still made me encounter it. Come here. It was none other than Zhu Kai. This time, he participated in the trial, besides wanting to win first place. Besides receiving the Academy Award, carrying an important mission. Since the third-level ferocious beast, the dragon beast, was slain, the base dispatched over 10 hunter squads. Eliminate the ferocious beasts in this area. His father was a powerful martial artist in the later stages, also among them. However, it happened by chance. Discovered the lair of the earth dragon beast. There is a hidden treasure. At that moment, Zhu Cheng was overjoyed. I originally planned to take it out. It's a pity there are too many people around. It's not the right time to make a move. Therefore, I can only record the location first. Return to base. Later, it was learned that the First Academy was organizing a trial. Zhu Cheng then told his son, Zhu Kai, the news. Let him take it back. According to his father, that treasure is likely the tomb of Wanyan. There may also be other things hidden. It was just a moment of desperation. Did not have time to examine it in detail. But it's only like this. It was enough to drive Zhu Kai crazy. Wanyan Ling Sui, it is the most exceptional genius treasure. It is rumored that warriors use it afterward, can enhance talent and physique, just based on this alone. Once such things spread, even a grand master must compete for it, if he could obtain it, relying on the Eternal Tomb's guidance, plus the Academy's rewards. You can quickly step into the realm of a warrior. In the future, there is hope for becoming a grandmaster, to an even higher realm. By that time, just an insignificant Chen Ziwei. Isn't it still within easy reach? The treasure is precious. To hide the message, since he entered the wild area and dispersed the followers surrounding him, a person heads towards the treasure's location, but I didn't expect. Halfway there, but I saw Chu Mo. Regarding this person, Zhu Kai has long harbored murderous intent. It's just not appropriate to take action within the Academy. At this moment, since we encountered it in the wild, Zhu Kai didn't mind casually killing it. Thinking this way, Chu Kai directly said, Chu Mo, have you thought about how to die? You killed me. Aren't you worried about being punished by the academy? Chu Mo's expression was calm. The story of birth. The academy strictly prohibits students from killing each other. Once discovered, immediately abolish the cultivation. You should know. Who can know that I was the one who killed? Chu Kai chuckled, took a glance around. Now, furthermore, even if the academy finds out, what can you do? Wood encounters a raging giant bear. Rather than fighting with strength, ultimately they killed it. And it takes advantage of the wood's weakness. Take the opportunity to launch a sneak attack, harming classmates. I, Chu Kai, just happened to pass by. Seeing your cruelty like this, immediately filled with uncontrollable rage. Kill the scum Chu Mo. In this way, the academy will not blame you at all. Instead, they are going to reward me. And after your death, Chen Zui can be brought into my room. What a pity. I originally wanted to. Let you see for yourself. Chen Zui writhes with joy beneath me. Now you can no longer see it. Speaking of which, Chu Kai's expression, a hint of regret still showed on her face. Actually, you and I have no deep hatred. If it were under normal circumstances, I, Haibad, wouldn't even notice. Humble as an ant, like Dustyu. But the mistake lies in, you are Chen Ziwei's fiancé, but just a useless person without any talent for cultivation. And Chen Ziwei, yet it is my quiet egg, can become Chen Ziwei's fiancé. It's your luck, but it is also your misfortune. The misfortune of being a weak person. Chu Kai sighed and said, You're right. Chu Mo nodded. Upon hearing this, Chu Kai was somewhat surprised. Then it seemed like they thought of something. Suddenly realized, You wouldn't think death is imminent, would you? So you want to echo my words. Thus, pray for your life. This is impossible. You misunderstood my meaning. Chu Mo shook his head, interrupted Chu Kai's words. My meaning is, Chen Ziwei is my quiet egg. So, she looked at Chu Kai. He said calmly, I have no choice but to ask you to die. As the voice fell silent, a surge of powerful force suddenly burst forth from her. Chapter 9. Kill Chu Kai. Fusion of wind attribute talent. Before Chu Kai could react, I saw a shadow of a fist, wrapped in purple arcs of electricity, like Jin Tao slapping the table, suddenly crashed down. This left Chu Kai greatly shocked, but she reacted quickly. A figure flashed by, like a ghostly apparition. Dodge it. At the same time, he drew the long knife he carried, swept past. The blade glimmered with a cold light, shaped like a rope chain. Wash a roll and go. But this terrifying knife, at this moment facing the shadow of the fist, yet it had no effect at all, completely destroyed. What? Chu Kai was utterly stunned. I can hardly believe it. You actually managed to break my void-breaking blade. You are the strength of a late-stage martial disciple. There is also a thunder attribute talent. This is impossible. You are just an acknowledged waste who cannot cultivate. How is this possible? Chu Kai couldn't believe himself at all. Everything we see? Silent gasp. What you see? Not necessarily true. Chu Mo let out a cold snort. The whole body exudes a painful aura. No nonsense at all. He directly threw a punch. A colossal and powerful force, like the Milky Way rolling back. Sudden explosion. Even if you are a late-stage martial disciple, what does it matter? I have a wind attribute talent. You can't hit me at all. Chu Kai came back to his senses, dodged Chu Mo's strike. Then he said greedily, You were originally just a useless person, yet suddenly possess such strength. I must have encountered a great adventure. Wait until I kill you. Can snatch away your opportunity. Finished speaking. Chu Kai relied on speed and the swordsmanship he practiced, fought fiercely with Chu Mo. Chu Mo, although powerful, but he can't hit Chu Kai at all. But Ju Kai can rely on his speed, constantly wandering. If this continues for a long time, Chu Mo will inevitably face defeat. Perceiving this, Chu Mo frowned, but there was not the slightest bit of panic. He was surrounded by purple arcs of electricity. The whole person exuded an imposing aura, as if a miraculous deity, continuously throwing punches. Block away Ju Kai's long knife. Suddenly, Chu Mo seized an opportunity. A powerful punch was thrown. Upon seeing this, Ju Kai plans to rely on speed to evade. But little did he know, just as he was about to step away, suddenly I saw on Chu Mo's body a purple arc of electricity rises, shot forth in a moment of negligence. Ju Kai is very fast, but faster. How can it compare to lightning? Crack! The arc rampaged like a wandering dragon, wrapped in the terrifying power of destruction. It struck heavily on Ju Kai. Suffer such a heavy blow. Ju Kai suddenly started steaming all over. Screaming, he flew out backwards. Flown out more than 10 meters away, it crashed into a large tree, slipped down. A mouthful of fresh blood spurted out. Ju Kai's face was as pale as gold paper, but the teeth are itching to split. With a face full of disbelief, "This is impossible. How could I lose to a useless person like you?" Ju Kai was hit hard. As a quasi-genius of Liang Base's first academy, my father is a powerful warrior in the later stages. Ju Kai grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth. He has become accustomed to being invincible among his peers. The entire Liu Yang base, aside from those true geniuses who are elite, the ordinary young generation, no one can be taken seriously by him. But he was looked down upon by someone he always considered a useless person, defeated head on. How can Ju Kai accept this? Chu Mo remained silent, just stepped forward slowly, calmly walked up to Ju Kai. He raised his fist. A purple arc of electricity flickered across the fist, carrying the terrifying power of destruction. "You want to kill me." Feeling such power, Ju Kai, who was already seriously injured, suddenly a chill ran down my back. A flash of panic crossed his face. But soon afterwards, a dispute arose. Threatened, "You can't kill me. My father is a powerful warrior at the late stage of his training. If you dare to kill me, he will definitely not let you go. Spare me. I know a place that hides a treasure. Spare me. I'll tell you." Stove. Chu Mo's expression remained unchanged. A single punch came crashing down, accompanied by a loud noise. Ju Kai's head was like a watermelon. Booming explosion. At this point, Ju Kai has died. Chu Mo let out a sigh of relief. Just took a short break. Then he took the wooden object and Ju Kai, the things on the two people. Sweep it all up. Then cut off the bare paw. Collect the blood of the ferocious beast. First, a bare paw was cut off. Then he took out the water bottle from his body, pierced the heart of the raging giant bear. Blood from my heart slowly dripped into the kettle. It was originally only half filled with water. It was soon filled up, and the blood of the raging giant bear has already run dry. At last, I searched again. Soon they found the location of the Yuanling beehive. Use a clean kettle. Collect all the round spirit bee nectar. After doing all this, Chu Mo then turned his gaze towards Ju Kai. This person's strength is not that high, but when we fought against him earlier, Ju Kai possesses a talent for wind attributes. It left a deep impression on Chu Mo. It was only the strength of a mid-level martial artist, but he could rely on his speed to fight back. It can even take the upper hand. If it weren't for his innate lightning attribute talent, I'm afraid this time we will be defeated. Chu Mo's gathering technique has refreshed its time. We can continue collecting. But he was momentarily unsure. I don't know whether to keep the refreshed gathering technique used on Ju Kai. Now I have a medium cultivation physique. The physical training is temporarily sufficient. A higher level of physique, it's not something I can engage with in a short period of time. And in battle, There is also a lightning attribute talent. Can enhance combat power. The only thing lacking is agility. If one could gain the wind attribute talent, that will greatly enhance my combat power. Thinking of this, Chu Mo made up his mind. However, before the collection, we still need to go to a safe place. The commotion from their earlier battle was quite loud. Maybe someone has already noticed. To prevent exposure, we still need to leave here first. Carry the bodies of Mu Zhai and Zhu Kai. Chu Mo soon disappeared from here. Chu Dong. Chu Mo buried the wooden corpse. Looking at the body of Zhu Kai in front of me. In front of him, a line of writing is revealed. Start it. Zhu Kai. Collectible. Shall we proceed with the collection? Gathering. Chu Mo did not hesitate at all. Extend your palm directly. In an instant, a golden, ethereal hand appeared on the palm, grabbed at Zhu Kai's corpse. When it was time to supervise again, they had already caught a ball of white bees. Collection successful. Gained a second-rate wind attribute talent. Is it integrated? Integration. As Chu Mo's voice faded away, the swarm of bees then entered the body. Then I noticed. The process of fusion has begun, still shattering blood vessels and bones. Reorganize. But I don't know why. Perhaps Chu Mo's strength has already grown formidable. This integration. The pain has surprisingly lessened quite a bit. A moment later, fusion ends. Chu Mo immediately couldn't wait to beginning the experiment with the newly acquired wind attribute talent. He suddenly moved his body. The entire person transformed into a fleeting shadow and rushed out. A moment later, Chu Mo felt a bit tired, but they returned very excitedly. My body has become much lighter. The speed has increased by at least 3 times compared to before. No doubt it's the talent of the wind attribute. Indeed powerful. Chapter 10. Great Harvest. Chu Mo was very excited. Such speed. Even those ordinary dancers can't compare. In other words, Chu Mo, who possesses the talents of lightning and wind attributes, relying solely on current strength, and so began the confrontation with the warrior, even the strength to defeat it. And the 2 talents he possesses, it's still just a second rate. Hard to imagine. If talent continues to improve, how terrifying it must be. Look at Zhu Kai. Is there anything good left to collect? Gradually calming the excited heart, Chu Mo returned once again. Zhu Kai sighed, planned to continue collecting, although the collection technique can only select 1 target per month, but on 1 target, but can collect without any limits. Collection. Chu Mo silently recited in his heart. Collection successful. Obtained bronze level martial skills. Raking Skyblade. I actually collected a skill book. Chu Mo looked at the blue book that appeared in his hands, a bit surprised. Open it and take a look. Discover the description on it. It was exactly the same technique that Zhu Kai had used before. Could it be the art of gathering? Not only can it gather talent, constitution, even the skills the deceased learned in life, all can be collected. Chu Mo felt increasingly the power of collection techniques. This broken sky knife, although Zhu Kai did not pose much of a threat. But in the end, it is still a martial arts manual. Martial skills are very precious. Even if it's just the most ordinary bronze level, it is also highly valuable. Even if one is a martial artist, it's hard to obtain. This class trial, able to win first place. It's only a bronze level martial skill. This shows a glimpse of the situation. Zhu Kai is only at the mid-level of a martial artist. Then you can possess a bronze-level martial skill, presumably learned from his father, who was a late-stage martial artist. It's actually quite a good thing. Chu Mo nodded slightly. Then he hit his own head with this martial skill. The next moment, the entire book was shattered, turned into countless streams of light, flooding into Chu Mo's mind. All techniques regarding this martial art. It was then learned by him as well. Raking Skyblade. There are a total of 3 floors. If you can learn the first layer, you can cover the blade with a layer of sword light. And by the time we reached the third level, it can even showcase the glint of the blade. Previously, I saw Jukai as just let his knife carry a glimmer of cold light. It seems I haven't truly begun yet. Chu Mo felt somewhat lucky. Fortunately, Jukai hasn't joined yet. Otherwise, he wanted to slay it. It's not easy to be casual about it. Continue collecting. Chu Mo once again placed his hand over Jukai, silently reciting in my heart. Collection successful. Obtain a treasure map. Treasure map. Chu Mo looked at the yellowish scroll he had pulled out. Absorb it. In an instant, a surge of information flooded into my mind. Location of the lair of the level 3 ferocious beast, the Earth Dragon Beast. The suspected treasure of Wan Nai and Lin Shui. Jiu Kai has come here this time. So it was for this. Chu Mo's eyes sparkled with a gleam of brilliance. The role of Wan Yin Lin Shui. He has also heard some rumors. If this news is true, it is absolutely necessary to investigate. The target resource has been depleted. Unable to collect. At this moment, organize your feelings. Zheng Xiang was about to continue gathering, but saw such a prompt, letting go of some regrets for now. But then a smile appeared. I have to say, Jiu Kai, though detestable, but the resources gained from him, but they are all very useful. Inferior wind attribute talent, bronze level weapon, void blade, the ancient treasure land by the water that enhances talent and physique. No matter which kind, all are considered treasures. Apart from that, there is also a level 1 high kill, the savage beast insurance obtained by the ferocious giant bear, and a round maple leaf weighing at least half a pound. Additionally, from the wooden body, we also found some evidence of ferocious beasts. These can all be exchanged for points. Extra, there are 4 more beastly dangers. Finally, it is the belongings of Jiu Kai, a high-quality battle knife on the first step. The value is quite good. If you want to buy it, it also needs 500 yuan. Aside from this battle knife, Chu Mo examined Jiu Kai's entire body, yet nothing was found. Chu Mo frowned. Jiu Kai has come to the wilderness trial. It's impossible that not a single prey was slain, so he must have the blood of a fierce beast and proof. But right now, it can't be found. Thinking this way, Chu Mo suddenly saw Jiu Kai had a small pouch hanging from his waist. It looks a bit like a sachet. However, the appearance is quite rough. Could it be? A sudden idea arose in his mind. Take down this bag, holding it in hand. After careful observation, suddenly showed a look of surprise. It really is a storage bag. Storage bag. It is a type of space bag that can store items. It has the effect of the interface and the sumeru, taken from the fur of a creature called the swallowing sky rat. Although this fierce beast is small in size, but within them lies the power of space. If we can slay it, remove the fur and refine it, you can make a storage bag. However, due to the rarity of the Tian rat, this also leads to the high prices of storage bags. Not even 50 can be afforded. The Luyang base is a small base. There are rarely large caravans here. Therefore, it's rare to see someone carrying a storage bag. I didn't expect Jiu Kai to possess such a rare item. Chu Mo was also extremely delighted. Originally, the things he had were gradually increasing. It's not very convenient to carry. Now there are storage bags. It's considered a solved problem. Infuse vitality in the present moment. The storage bag was soon opened. Inside, there was approximately 2 cubic meters of space. There are also some of Jiu Kai's belongings piled up inside. And the proof of the ferocious beast and the blood of the ferocious beast